Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for June 2024. You are last, but usually the last is the best for the month. This is going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Many of you are intuitively guided. Thank you for paying attention to who I know are your spirit guides nudging you. Whether it be towards my reading or anyone's reading, if you just feel that gut instinct, even if I want to pass it, but something makes you scroll past or scroll back, it's probably your spirit guides. Um, they're going to use whatever method they can to get signs to you. Some of you may be here because you're in love with the Taurus, whether platonically or romantically. Just understand that you yourself will also receive messages. It's like, we can't hide the fact, like our spirit guides know what we're doing. Not that there's any judgment. But I say that because I want you to also be open to messages. Um, Taurus, this feels like June is going to be a good month for you. I feel like there's going to be job opportunities, or I do feel like your income, your finances, it doesn't even have to come through income, I feel like are being lifted. And what I mean by that are being improved. It's like maybe out of the blue you get a job offer or you get a raise, that type of thing. And I feel instinctively you'll know what to follow this month. Like, trust your gut this month. I also feel for some of you who are not in a relationship. First of all, I feel like if you're in a relationship, I feel like this is going to be a good time for you. Mercury is a little in your sign, so just, remember that Mercury really deals with communication. So just think about what you're saying. Is it important? Does it really matter? Am I just starting a fight? Not that not you would do that, but you know what I mean. But for those who are not in a relationship, I just have a feeling, especially going by the readings beforehand, that this could be a month where you meet someone very special, who could turn into a long-term relationship. So this is what I'm picking up intuitively. But let's go ahead and get into the cards now. But remember, in these type of readings, we do go beyond the cards. I really use them as a tool to ignite my intuition. So we're going to use 4 different decks. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot to go deeper once we have this spread out. We're going to use Mother Mary for her beautiful words of wisdom, but I am going to take Mother Mary at the end over the reading. Usually I do it the opposite way, but for this month and May, I just felt like her words were needed after the reading. And then we're going to use 2 different tarot decks for your readings. I decided to do 2 different tarot decks because I am looking for synchronicities. Especially if this is relating to 2 different people, I'm looking at both perspectives. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Um, yeah, so I'm looking for synchronicities through really everything. Signs, numbers, colors, words, energy, all of that. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So we're going to use the Psychic Tarot for one portion, and then we are going to use the Universal Tarot for another portion. So what I'm hoping is like the tarot of, or I'm sorry, the Psychic Tarot, that maybe 4 come out, and then we can go into the Universal Tarot, go right below it, bring the Psychic Tarot back out, go below that, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and bring the lid down, and let's get started. Everything is pre-shuffled for really quite a while before I begin a reading, but as soon as you're here, I like to give them another shuffle, mainly for you. All right, let's give them a cut. Well, let's begin. All of a sudden I'm picking up this message for some of you. There might be energy that's being eclipsed out of your life, and you may notice that it's like fading. I feel like that energy wants to fade away. Now, I'm not sure of what it's relating to yet. Could be a relationship, could be a job, could be like my own thought system, but I feel like something is fading away, and it would be best if I allow it. All right, so we'll see. All right, mental conflict. This is the Two of Swords. Looks like just one part of his brain's being activated. Maybe that's the fear, um, the fear section. We have emotional withdrawal. It's the Eight of Cups. And then we have interesting sacrifice. I'm saying interesting because there is my son's birthday. 8/12. Who else crossed over? But I do feel like he is one of my strongest guides now. So that's why I always point out when I see his birthday, because I feel like, okay, he's helping us here also. So we open the reading with a little bit of mental conflict. Mental conflict, or the Two of Swords, really means that I have a blindfold on. There may be something I don't want to face, and again, maybe it is within your emotional house. And maybe this is the energy I was talking about where I feel like something is being phased out. But in a way, I feel like it would suit me to allow it. It would suit me to allow it. And it does feel like of an emotional nature. So we can talk about an old relationship or a relationship here and now that maybe for whatever reason it's not working. Then you have sacrifice. Some are willing to sacrifice and some others aren't. And I don't know why I'm picking it up that way. Because I feel like you're willing to make some type of a sacrifice, but I feel like others aren't. So be it. I feel like I can't make them. I can't make them. What it feels like, Taurus, is it feels like you're trying to better your life. And it feels like there's an energy or a person who is kind of like coming between that betterment and because it's almost like let's say I like to drink, which I used to. I don't drink anymore, but let's just say that I do. But I realize that like let's say I decide on a Sunday night to get drunk, but I have to work on Monday. So going to work on Monday is going to be hell, right? Because I'm going to have a hangover. I'm going to feel like crap. So I start to realize these things, and I start to understand that it's not serving me. Um, it's, yes, it may have been fun, but at the same breath, I feel like, because I feel like you're kind of maturing out of that energy. Like I'm realizing the things that are really coming between me and my success. And I'm just using drinking as an example. Though some of you may be like, you hit that on the head. You hit that nail on the head, Sandy. All right, let's keep going. All right. Hello, Ace of Pentacles. Prosperity begins. Beautiful. It's coming after the energy of sacrifice. So maybe the sacrifice was well worth it. And again, that's probably why, I'm not saying that someone has a drinking problem, but what I am saying is that example feels like the exact example I was supposed to give. Because I do feel like there is just something coming between me and my success. This Ace of Pentacles shows no matter what. But when I think of the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like it's a seed, and it's going to be up to me to nurture this seed. And if I nurture this seed's going to grow and grow, truly, hopefully, to at least the 9 or 10 of Pentacles. But I do have to nurture it. And the only thing that makes me just a little worried about that is the blindfold of the Two of Swords. But I feel like this emotional withdrawal, though, that doesn't sound good. It is the Eight of Cups. It is about looking within one's emotional house. It's understanding one's emotional life. My part within my emotional life. I feel like this person's really in more of a meditative state. Like they're sitting at the water's edge, and I feel like the tides take away your worries. Clarity, yes. Listen, there may be someone that is fading out of your life, and maybe it feels hard. You know what I mean? But I feel like if it was because I said that in the beginning, which I was picking up intuitively. And when I say intuitively, I mean through my guides. Like I'm an open vessel for my spirit guides of the light. Well, all my guides. Um, hmm, I don't know. Let's keep going. We have partnerships and alliances. This card has shown itself quite a few times. Feels like a helping hand. It definitely feels like a helping hand from the right person. Like, like really, it feels like the right person steps forward at exactly the right time. This is great energy of collaborating, bouncing ideas off of each other. I get this feeling who's ever in this partnership here. I don't feel like it's what's being faded out. I feel like it's what's coming in. So, it's interesting because whose reading did I do where I literally felt like someone was coming down and saving the other. It's like, they were just getting ready to fall off a cliff, and it's like your angel reached out and pulled you back up. So, to me, that means that it must be some type of a soulmate energy. Now, soulmate doesn't have to just mean love. Oh, let's go ahead and bring in the tarot, or I'm sorry, the universal tarot. I keep forgetting that I'm supposed to change decks. All right. I do feel like some of you have been in somewhat of a sad place. Um, something may have happened outside your control, but yet this here is in your control. And again, not all people, not all situations are meant to last a lifetime. Some are just getting you ready to begin a new path. But listen, that new path starts with the Ace of Pentacles. Prosperity begins. And then I feel like the right people at the right time to kind of help you. It's like, if I'm writing a book and I get writer's block, well, the right inspiration hits me at the right time. And next thing I know, here I am writing again. Okay. I like, okay. Well, I should have looked first. I was going to say I like this a lot, but I didn't see the Eight of Swords kind of hidden under there. Self created prison. It's under the Eight of Cups. Some of you may literally be questioning something that seems to be fading out. Like, what's going on? Should I? Shouldn't I? But then look at this, you have the Nine of Cups. So we go from the Eight of Cups, which it really is about finding emotional clarity as much as I can, anyways. I do have to take the blindfold off of the Two of Swords because that blindfold just means there's something I don't want to face, but it really would serve me to face it. It may mean that there is a change and maybe I don't love change. But at the same time, the change may, you know, create a world that you may not even expect. This is number one, inner harmony. And I do feel that with the Eight of Cups, that you must have found some type of inner harmony. This is also about a fulfillment of a wish. Really, wishes. It's also singular energy. You know, um, I feel like there's no way you can have inner harmony and be in the Eight of Swords at the same time. So I do feel like you must, in some way, be breaking yourself free. It's interesting too because maybe the right person at the right time just like helps you to see. It's like your spirit guides here. They're trying to help you see that yes, this time can be somewhat difficult, but if you just trust. Because I feel like what's ever being faded away, in a way, you know that anyway. In a way, you know that it's kind of been blocking, um, your prosperity. I feel like this ace again is going to come in either way. It's just what am I going to do with it? In the Eight of Swords, I'm probably just going to let it drop and die. In the Nine of Cups, I'm going to nurture that baby and I'm going to watch it grow and grow and grow, creating a new life for myself in a way. We have the Knight of Swords. Here I come to save the day. Communication. Coming in pretty quickly. We have the Six of Wands. Victory. We have the Seven of Swords. And look at this, the Ten of Swords. Okay. First of all, I know I say first of all the time. But, man, does this seem clear to me. There's just an energy, whether it be a person, a situation, or maybe even your thought system, that I feel like, again, there's some type of change. I'm not 100% sure that this is good or not. Well, I feel like that's because that blindfold is on. It's almost like I'm not trusting in divine. I'm getting too lost in this humanness, in these human conditions. And maybe I'm giving up my belief, like, things aren't going to get better. But literally, it's showing things getting better. But I also feel like it's showing why energy is being eclipsed out of your life. I mean, look at this. The Seven of Swords with the Ten of Swords. So Seven of Swords is untrustworthy energy. They call it the thief in the night. And what is the Seven of Swords producing? The Ten of Swords. So I feel like it's saying whatever situation you've been in for a while. And if I think it's going to get better, I don't think it will. Because this Seven of Swords moving into the Ten of Swords, definitely a repeat pattern. It's not the first sword this person's put in your back. And it won't be the last. And I feel like I have to realize that. Now, I feel like you should realize that. You know what I mean? Like, if you have no clue who this person is, then this part's probably not for you. But I feel like some of you know exactly who this person is or situation. You know, I almost feel like for a period of time, you're better off alone. Because I feel like during that period, that's where you find, like, because I feel like you've been dealing with some heavy energy, no doubt. And again, I don't feel like the energy will change. If, I may wish and hope it would change. It's almost like this is kind of like a narcissist type of energy. And they could promise me the world, but show me nothing, right? They may speak all the right words, but then have no actions to back them up. And listen, maybe you love this person, but what is it doing in your life? Like, how is it benefiting you? Not that I want you to be selfish. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm definitely seeing how this energy does not change. So in a way, if I stay with this type of energy, then I can pretty much predict my future will be the same as it is right now. Some of you, I feel like you must have already had that realization. Because I do feel like somewhere along the road here, you're cutting ties. And you know what's interesting? Then you have the Knight of Swords with the Six of Wands, with this Ace of Pentacles above it. Prosperity begins. Wow, in the Nine of Cups, you're sitting in inner harmony. Whatever this ace is meant to be, it's meant for you. It's meant for you. If this Seven of Swords is still around, they'll reach out. They'll take that ace. It's like, no, that ace was meant for me. But literally, the ace had my name on it. Well, that was wrong. It's meant for me. Go get your own ace. And I feel like, I feel like this with a lot of you. I feel like you're just natural healers. I feel like there's a tone. Listen, I feel like you can go both ways with earth signs, but I feel like there's this healing tone that you carry. But then I also feel the other side. But listen, I'm a Virgo, and I know that. Like, anyway. And I'm saying that because I feel like, first of all, it definitely feels like someone is giving you a hand up. And there's nothing wrong with reaching out for help if I need help. There's nothing wrong with putting my intentions out there, even if it looks different than what my life currently is, especially if it's difficult. I feel like this ace where it says prosperity begins and then you have victory right below that. But really the Six of Wands is about other people who are paying attention to you. They're looking up to you. And they're looking up to you because of the actions you've taken. It's like when you speak, I speak from truth. I speak from experience. I would not be surprised if the perfect situation opens itself up to you. Okay, let's bring in the psychic tarot, but let's bring this up a little bit. So right in the middle right now, we have the Nine of Cups. Inner harmony. Fulfillment of a wish. Or wishes. It's like that Ace of Swords. I'm sorry, it's like that Knight of Swords is helping to fulfill a wish. We have Temptation, card of Capricorn. And when I felt back there, we have Temperance, called Patience in this deck, and that is Temperance's first message. Patience, my child. Divine timing. You know how interesting that this energy over here, the Seven of Swords, it goes into the Ten of Swords. And I've got myself all wrapped up about it. And then we get Temptation. And listen, this person could be very charming, but it feels like a facade. And I just have to know that. And if this has anything to do with love, I don't know how. Listen, we can think that we're in love with someone, but I feel like there is no respect here. Quite the opposite. Because I feel like once you are in singular type energy, I feel like that's where you feel good. Not forever, just for the moment. Temperance, all in divine timing. Temperance is also a reminder that things that you cannot control, like I can't control this person, but I don't want to control this person. I feel like the best thing I can do here is to walk away from it. And I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not. I'm not saying it's easy. But I do feel like very quickly the right people come into your life. It's like, first of all, I feel like even though in the beginning it may be temporarily difficult, I still feel like inside you're going to feel so much better. So maybe the difficulty is more just in the change. I feel like someone has like tempted you back to them, potentially over and over and over again. But I think you've had enough. Also like how temperance is connected to your money. All right, let's see if we get one more out and then look at the bottom of the decks. Rejoice in celebration. Sitting right next to temperance. Patience, trusting in divine timing, understanding that sometimes divine is waiting on us. You know, I feel like, yes, somebody had a hold of you. Someone had their hooks in you. But yet, I feel like divine knows that. And maybe part of the lesson was like learning how to remove those hooks energetically and maybe even physically. And I feel like that does you a wonder of goods. That doesn't even sound right. Anyways, I love how the Three of Cups is mirroring the Ace of Pentacles. Prosperity begins, rejoice in celebration. All right, let's see, it's the bottom of the deck. But hello, Destiny. You know, I feel like when Destiny shows up, when there's even difficult energy, to me that means that there's something valuable I can learn from that. Like, I don't want to look back and be like, oh, shame on me that I even got stuck in that energy. No, I want to look at it and I want to know, how did I get in that energy? You know what I mean? And listen, sometimes there's just charmers out there and they can pull even the highest vibration into their web. But listen, their web is illusionary. So you can, like you could break yourself free from that. Anyways, destiny. And then on the bottom of the universe tarot, we have the King of Wands. Eight of Wands underneath that. So King of Wands can be in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But listen, I feel like really what it's speaking about is the King of Action. Where I feel like this person down here, and it can be the same person, but I kind of don't feel that. Because I feel like this person down here is not of action. They're all about themselves. They just are. This doesn't even have to be a lover. It could just be friends. Again, it just feels like, it feels like I'm maturing. I'm feeling like the fun that I used to have, now I'm having different types of fun. I feel like the things that, came between me and my money, me and love, real love, I just feel like you're not accepting any longer. And I also feel like you take this ace that's being offered to you, and if it's being offered to you in the Nine of Cups energy, again, the fulfillment of a wish. It's almost like somebody watching, and I don't mean this person, though it doesn't mean they're not watching, but I feel like don't let them back in. If you're able to, and I know that you are able, though I do feel like, again, this is real life. It doesn't mean it's easy, but I feel like, man, like maybe that's the sacrifice. But that sacrifice is worth it. Because I feel like this is you in the Nine of Cups. Again, in singular energy. And don't forget, we have partnerships and alliances over here. So there's someone here to help you, to give you a helping hand in a way. But I feel like they appreciate, like, it's interesting because, some of you could have like a YouTube channel, something where other people are listening to you. And I feel like, especially if you take this experience and you're able to break it down, figure it out, you may be then speaking about it. And from that energy, there could be even a bigger offer. Interesting. Okay, well, let's get into the Gilded Tarot and let's break this down. I'm not gonna lie, Taurus. I feel like you've been under some um dark energy, but I do feel, we have divine here, right? We have opportunities, we have all that. But I feel like the job of you figuring out like what's gotta go, it has to be kind of left up to you. Again, I feel like the universe is kind of maybe it's so bad. And the universe is like, well, take that as a hint. Take that as a hint. Hmm. I'm hoping the majority of you have already moved out of that energy, but let's start at the beginning, but we are going to read it as a whole. Hello, Knight of Pentacles. Beautiful. I feel like just what we needed at just the right time. You know what's interesting is this Knight of Pentacles promises to bring you in a pentacle. Here it is. There it is. To me, this is your guardian angel energy. Again, divine's taking a big notice within your life. And this night comes at the right time. Like, I want to say we can't make it come before it's time. But again, sometimes I feel like divine is waiting on us. Because I feel like the minute that blindfold comes off, the minute I'm truthful with myself, when I say that I really do want a better life, then I feel like, boom, here it comes. Not only is the Knight of Pentacles, to me, really one of the most trusted knights, most loyal knights, but it literally is showing exactly what it's offering, right? I bring you in a pentacle. And this pentacle, it means it's something coming into your physical world, and it's truly meant to enhance your life. But again, I come at the right time. So I feel like that must mean when that blindfold comes off, that becomes the right time. But let's follow it. Five of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Justice. If you're married to this person, I don't know how you stay married. Now, I would never tell you to divorce someone. That has got to be your decision. But justice is certainly talking about cutting of ties. Justice is really about balance. What's fair. Justice is about making you whole again. I don't feel like you've been whole for a while because I feel like someone's had their hooks in you. I feel like when I see that, understand that, and start to move, and listen, the Five of Pentacles there over emotional loss, this could be energy that, listen, I didn't even ask for. Of course, I didn't really ask for this. But nonetheless, here it is, right? It feels like I took it, like, within my inner child, like, ugh, that's where the pain went. I feel like change was going to happen anyway. So I feel like the more we can roll with it instead of resist it, I feel like the easier it will be. All right. I know I'm not giving any signs. Justice is the card of Libra. Patience, Sagittarius. Temptation, or the devil is Capricorn. Sacrifice is Leo. And I think I got everything. But now I kind of want you to forget all that. That Five of Pentacles certainly feels like that energy where I felt like something being eclipsed out of your life. We have the Five of Cups. That Five of Cups is coming over partnerships and alliances. Five does speak of a change. It could certainly talk about a soulmate energy. I don't feel like this is a soulmate. Because I don't feel like a soulmate would like. I'm not saying that soulmates don't come together in love, and sometimes it's not meant to last. It was only meant to like activate, like maybe your heart chakra, or in this case, show you exactly what you do not want. Because I feel like once you're in that energy, you never go back to that type of energy. It's like I see it. So, in a way, I feel like, in the Five of Cups, it really talks about after the change and after that change. And again, it's emotional, yes, but there are two cups that have yet to be found. Doesn't even mean you're looking for them, it just means they're out there. And by the way, there's destiny, right? There's the wheel sitting right close, right next to those two of cups, but also sitting right next to the Knight of Pentacles. That in itself looks kind of beautiful. Well, hello, Ace of Pentacles, right over the Ace of Swords. So now you have two aces, right? Both Ace of Pentacles. Could be two things that are coming into your physical world. Could be an opportunity, and then it could also be a person. But listen, it's coming over the Eight of Swords. Well, hello, lovers. Now this is coming over the Nine of Cups. A fulfillment of a wish. First, divine is like first. I need you to find this inner harmony within yourself. And maybe that just means don't take on the blame for this energy. Don't blame yourself, especially if it was a narcissistic type energy. Trust me, there wasn't anything you can do about it. Like, they're just going to live the life they're going to live, but you don't have to live it with them. Even if I do, maybe I feel like I still love them, but I feel like that that feels like that might be that blindfold, because I don't know how you could love someone who treats you so badly. But anyways, and it may simply because I'm afraid of the change. But look at this. Not only the lovers, but the Ace of Pentacles right before it. Again, literally means coming into your life. This isn't an energy. This means I'm coming, ready or not. And I also love that it's under that Five of Pentacles, because I often feel as we're going through the Five of Pentacles energy, which is temporarily difficult, I feel like we're really heading to a period of time where we're going to meet more and more soulmates. Now, one of these soulmates feels like love, but others can be friends, like it's just the right people at the right time. It's like the opposite of what I feel like you've been in. I mean, hello, lovers. Following that Ace of Pentacles. It is a card of card of Gemini. The meaning of the card is head over heart decision. But listen, again, this is saying that it's coming, like ready or not. And it's not this person. I feel like this person is what's trying to get eclipsed out. All right, let's keep going. We have the Hermit. Deep reflection. Card of Virgo. Definitely it's the energy of going through the dark night of the soul, but then coming out of the other end with spiritual clarity. This to me, Seven of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Two of Swords is your dark night of the soul. But we also have the Wheel. Some of you, it could have been a karmic relationship. And simply the test was, will she leave? Will he leave? How long will they stay at the party type of energy? And someone asked me, does everyone have karma that they have to pay back in this lifetime? No, but some do. And it just means, to me, karmic means, something that maybe I had done, in this lifetime, an earlier lifetime, and there's always a consequence, right? But it's also good karma, right? The good energy I put out there is also going to come back to me. What do I want? Which one do I want? I feel like this is you turning into such a spiritual being now. I feel like this is you trusting yourself above all. And I also want to show you that the Hermit's lantern is illuminating the snake right there. I feel like it's meant to give you some comfort, as in, if any snakes appear, you'll see them. Interesting, because Virgo and Gemini both share Mercury. Mercury is both their ruling planet. And I said something about Mercury with you. Hmm. Okay. Just keep going. I also love the Ace of Pentacles so close to the Hermit. Spiritual type business. Amen. And I feel like those who have spiritual type businesses, you probably have been through hell, as I have. And then you find heaven, as I have. All right, let's keep going now. Want to see what else that the Hermit is illuminating. By the way, Temperance is right below that energy. The Nine of Swords. And then the Page of Pentacles. Okay, that does make me feel like for some of you, this has been a very difficult lesson. Yes, very difficult lesson. And I feel like if I'm learning this lesson, what I want to do is I don't want to take that worry along with me. Like when I'm able, like, first of all, I feel like you get away from this energy. I do not feel like you want to return to it, even though they may even try. Again, this could be someone who's very charming, good with their words, but then no action behind it. Quite the opposite. I feel like that Ace of Pentacles comes in, whoop, they're right there to snatch it up. This Nine of Swords is about unnecessary worry, and it's mirroring the Five of Cups. And maybe some of you think, like, I'll never find love again. But this is showing you that you will. It's showing you the opposite of what you fear. But it does also take your action. Page of Pentacles just tells me exactly what I felt. Like I meant to learn from this. I'm not meant to let it like stop me from living my life, stop my prosperity from beginning, right? Stop great love being in my life. I meant to learn this so it never repeats itself. And listen, I feel like, man, do you come out even more powerful? A lot more powerful. We have, it's like changing houses. I've been seeing this through all the readings. You're going from the Ten of Swords to the Ten of Cups. Can I? Will I? Will I allow it to be? Ah, the Eight of Swords. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting two different messages. First of all, I feel like um potentially I do again feel like you're leaving someone. I feel like it's ending. But I feel like it needs to end. I feel like I don't want to keep harping on it. But I do feel the difficulty of it. So this Eight of Swords, I feel like the Ten of Cups and the Eight of Swords are two different things. I feel first and foremost, as you start to move forward, I wouldn't be surprised if this person then tries to put their hand back out. But I think at this point, you'll slap their hand like, no more. You're done. You know what I mean? And better yet, don't even pick up the phone. If they come to your door, don't answer the door. Like, be done with it. I feel like it does put a little block on love, which I get, right? Like maybe I feel like I need to heal before I fall in love. But yet it doesn't matter because love is heading your way anyway. And maybe that's what this person doesn't like. This is what I feel. I feel like if I'm with a narcissist, and there's all different levels to that. First of all, the narcissist is going to try to control my life because they're going to try to control me. They may have given me a million different promises, but not one of them has turned out. Anything that is good for me, they in some way will try to take credit, try to take away from me. Are they loving towards me? I don't feel so. I don't feel they are. I feel like if anything, their communication is quite bad, like cruel almost. So, you can see why, first of all, if this is what's fading, why you need to allow it to fade or slam the door shut. But that has to be a free will choice. And then I also feel that as this love comes in, which I feel like it's coming in again, whether I'm ready or not, I feel like you are going to appreciate it. You are going to understand it. I do feel like, yes, you're going to have a little fear, but that's just human nature, right? But I also feel like I get this feeling there's no way I'm going to let anything come in between this new love and me. Now, this could be someone you already know because the Five of Cups is here. Man, I feel like I've got to shut the door to what was and then try to clear that energy the best I can. Don't, don't beat yourself up. Do not beat yourself up. Don't say that you don't deserve love because those are not your true words. Those are coming from someone else. And maybe you've just taken that on as your belief system, but that is a facade. You have every right to have really an abundant life, but you do have to go after it. You got to work hand in hand with divine. And when you do that, I feel like life changes for the better. All right, well, let's keep going. There's that death card. Boom, door shut. Ready for temperance. Now, death card does mean there's going to be a rebirth. Because remember, when one door shuts, another door opens. Without doubt. Always and forever. One door closes, another door will open. And look at this door. The star. Your dreams. Your wishes. Yours. And I feel like in the star's energy, I'm helping to manifest these dreams through my own energy. Even if I'm a little nervous, I'm still saying to the universe, I know what it is I want. At least I know how I would like it to look. But with temperance so close, she's like, I hear you, but I'm going to ask you to let go of exactly how something must be and just allow yourself to be surprised. Because I feel like what I think I want and then what is really ready to come in for me, it just might blow my socks off. And this is coming over rejoice and celebration. And don't forget, we have the Nine of Cups, a fulfillment of a wish. But there's your wish. And what's over that wish? The lovers. But this is not just a love reading because you also have the Ace of Pentacles 2 times. So I feel like, listen, if I had to take a hit in my money because something was ending, you will regain it tenfold. I have no doubt. If you're being proactive, you will regain that. It's showing that. But also love. Like, this may have started from love, but it's certainly not love now. I may think that I'm in love, but I feel like it's more the fear of change than anything. The Five of Pentacles again feels like that energy being eclipsed out, and I just have to allow it to be eclipsed out. Because in a way, when I do that, I'm saying to the universe, I'm ready for a better life. What is it that I need to do? It's showing you. And please don't let fear come in between you and your prosperity or what potentially feels like a great love. Some of you may already know this person, could be someone of your past, but it's definitely a soulmate energy. So you know each other's souls. A wish is coming true. But man, you have so much to do with it. The star is the card of Aquarius, also, though. The star mirroring the Ace of Pentacles, prosperity begins. It's also mirroring justice. So it's almost like the cutting of ties, boom, then allows the new energy to enter. It's like a new vibration. And I feel like, as I'm on this higher vibration, those on a lower vibration, they may reach out and try to like grab my pentacles, but they can't reach me. You live down there. I'm going to live up here. Card of Scorpio, by the way, card of Aquarius. We really have everyone. So that's why I really don't look at the signs, but close this door, lock it, learn from it. Again, it's not about judging yourself because it really may simply be that you're going to take those experiences and then help others in some way. And it may actually be what you end up doing for a living. Or it may, for some of you, you already been through this energy and it is what you're doing for a living. But maybe this is then telling you about a lover that's coming in. But you're on each other's wheel. We have the wheel right here, destiny. Interesting reading, Taurus. It's like I feel both sides of the coin. And you are not the only person, the only reading who, where I felt like probably quite a few where I feel like a lot of us are like moving out of what feels like hell's energy and moving into now what feels like heaven's energy. But we have to be proactive in that. We have to understand that wishes can come true, but we have to have clear intentions at the same time. And then watch what opens up in your world. Some things come whether you're ready or not, but maybe in a way that means you are. Maybe I just don't know it yet. Okay, let's take Mother Mary over quite a reading and let's get Mother Mary's words of wisdom. This was an intense reading, Taurus, but honestly, I see the blessings. I see the love. I see the potential. Whoa. All right, you got a few. Well, you got a lot. I'm going to take them. We have home. I trust and follow my divine guidance about my home. We have children. My heart is filled with love for children, which creates miracles and positive changes for them and me. Some of you may be moving in this direction, or you work with children. Some of you may work with children from your home. I feel like if that's the case, this is just confirmation that you're on the right path. Sobriety. I felt that in the beginning of the reading. My clear mind is easily able to focus and concentrate. Felt that in the beginning of the reading. Jesus. Beautiful. I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with this situation. Remember, your prayers are always heard and they're answered. They just may look different than what you asked for. But my gosh, this looks so much better. Enthusiasm. Whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I flow. So some of you may have been looking for confirmation. Like, which direction do I go? What's my purpose? Your purpose is to follow your passion. Whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I flow. And then, hello, miracle. I trust in God to know the perfect solution to this situation. Jesus is like you're praying to Jesus, and then your prayers are being answered. Literally a miracle. Enthusiasm before that. I got to believe in miracles. And then last but not least, beautiful energy of being watched over. I allow myself to feel safe and enjoy my life, knowing that heaven is watching over my loved ones and me. Watched over. Miracles. Enthusiasm. Sobriety. Jesus. The stars here that literally talks about a dream coming true. Well, that's what the miracle feels like. And by the way, I don't feel like this is one miracle, so to speak. But listen, when I say miracle, it does feel like a miracle. But I feel like it's because you've taken some bold actions in your life. It's because you're saying, I'm no longer willing to live in this lower vibrational energy. And divine is like, amen. Amen. I think it's time for a miracle or two. And so it is. And so it is. Taurus, I love you. I hope the majority of you have already moved out of that heaviness. But if you haven't, I feel like this is really meant to be like a guide to help you. Of course, use your own free will. But I do feel like it's giving us almost like a step-by-step play of, how we can reach what does feel like a miraculous life. Because we deserve that. But man, if we're not proactive in our own lives, then you can kind of predict. You don't need to be a psychic to predict what your future will look like, right? If I keep accepting the same, well, chances are that's what my future will look like. But if I'm reclaiming my power, I am done living in other people telling me the way to live. You're much too intelligent for that, and those that feel like they need to tell you, probably because you know more. So it's their own weakness. But anyways, I don't want to go backwards here. I only want to go forwards. Miracles. Jesus is literally pointing up to the Ace of Pentacles, like pointing right up to that Ace of Pentacles. So these miracles are meant to happen. Will you allow? I love you guys. I thank you in all the ways you support my channel, truly. I thank you for your donations. It's what keeps me on YouTube. I thank you for sharing my videos. That means the world to me. Thank you for new subscribers. Welcome aboard. So happy to have you here. And of course, my eternal gratefulness for those who have been with me. who just allow me to do my thing. I know sometimes people question. I had someone who tell me that my videos like should only be 15 minutes. Like, okay, well, that's your preference. And I'm not putting her down because she has every right to say whatever she wants to say. I don't want to censor my comments, but to say that the video should only be 15 minutes long, that is her preference. You know what I mean? We know that I've tried these like short little videos and they just don't work at my channel. I don't feel like that's the way I'm meant to read, and I trust my own intuition. So I feel like for those who want those short little videos, then, and you know what? That's why I've been doing a lot of shorts from the long forms. So those who don't have patience, I'm trying to like extract, what would make you come back and watch the full video so you can see step by step, step by step. Anyway, that's why you see a lot of shorts out. Just a new thing I'm playing with. I mean, it's not new, but it's new to me, so I'm playing with it, learning how to get better. But anyways, this is the end for the you are the last reading for June. So I thank you. Thank you for your patience. But anyways, I'm gonna stop talking now. I love you. I'll see you next time at our table. Bye bye.